Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. This is episode 51 of this Let's Play series. And here we are in orbit with the satellite that I built at the end of the last episode. Just a basic science satellite with a few silly additions like a chair and an ion engine. I don't really know if I'll ever use those things on it, but they're there. And you might notice I'm facing north. That's because I have put myself into a polar orbit. I decided, since we're kind of somewhat role-playing this a bit, acting like, this is a real mission, then I figured maybe a polar orbit would make sense because let's say this is a biome mapping mission, which is a feature I'd love to see. So we would be going on a polar orbit so that the planet would rotate underneath us and the biomes would pass by. Well, the moon would rotate, not the planet. Although the game does often call moons planets and so on and so forth. And other Let's Players and stuff. I have not done any calculations or anything to figure out when I should actually be going out to Moon. It looks like we're going to be way late for this cycle. We could try the other side, but that'll probably also be... okay, that'll just be silly. We're going to have to do some orbits. Maybe quite a few orbits. But that's okay. Oh wait, that's Minmus there. Whoops. We want Moon. Let's set it as our target. Target position. It is not even giving me a target position, is it? There it is. Well, that's not actually that far, is it? So, how do you do that again? Add an orbit. Okay, that's not good, actually. Add another orbit, add another orbit. Crazy. Crazy. There we go. One more. Another. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Did I hit the limit? Stop it. No? Dang it. Okay, what is going on here? Stop being silly. Okay, let's do this again. Just fine-tuning this. I love this feature. Okay, so what's that look like up close? Let's get out here. That is pretty much exactly what I want to see us going up and over Moon. With our periapsis is pretty dang high, but it's where I want it to get us into a polar orbit. And I mean, no, that's fine. That's fine. Let's not overthink this. 2 days in orbit. I could have just launched later, but we do not plan ahead in Kerbal Space Program. Some people might, but not me. Let's go ahead. This thing lifted off so nicely. When I lifted off the science station, it was rotating like crazy. I think the rover too, actually. But this one, I think something went wrong with the design. Oh, this is low down. This is going to be annoying. Something went wrong with the design, and it started rotating. But this is an older one before whatever went wrong happened. And it lifted off so perfectly. This is really annoying. Oh man. This is going to take forever. This is ridiculous. This is when they need like a jump to maneuver node feature. Because making us just sit here and do this, I mean, nothing's going to happen. Absolutely nothing is going to happen. Okay, yeah. What is the deal here with the days? No option for that. Metric. Universal time. Day 397. Well, that's obviously wrong. I have no idea. It's like we're stuck on these, like, 6-hour days or something. I have no clue what the deal is with that. I guess that's just how it's always been, and I've never really noticed before. Come on, go, go, go. Go. So that's around the point where we can go faster. Well, this is going to take a while, but I guess it gives me a chance to talk about KSP. This series has actually been doing really well lately. I think it's because I've been posting on the KSP forums, and I've got it in my signature. I don't know why, but it's actually, like, the early episodes in this series are some of my most viewed videos this month. Like, over 100 views on the first episode, which is somewhat unfortunate because those first few episodes of this series are not up to standard by my current standards. I've learned a lot in the past few months. What, 6 months since the series started? Maybe 7? I don't know. A lot has changed, and that's a bit unfortunate. I'm not really sure what I could do about that, aside from maybe having like an annotation saying like, hey, we'll watch this episode instead. But there's not really any specific starting point. Like, I have no way of deciding an episode where it's like, oh yeah, this one's good, and it's also a good jump-in point for the series. I just don't know. I figure at some point I'm going to have to restart my save file, potentially when the next update comes out, depending on how big of a deal money is. If that changes the gameplay too much, I'm just going to have to say goodbye to this save file. We'll come back to you maybe someday later. Which would suck, but at the same time, I have gotten a lot better at KSP throughout this series, and I think we could get to this point in the tech tree a lot faster the next time around, even with money. Okay, now we're going to see how many hours happen whenever we get under 1 day. That will tell me how much hours are actually in a day. Let's go, not super slow, like 5. Okay, what is it going to say? Go. Come on. Come on. Oh, 10x. Okay, so yeah, 6-hour days. Okay. That is something I need to memorize. I did not know that until this series. I never really paid attention to the timing all that much. Because, you know, if I wasn't recording, I would just leave this running while I go read a forum or post something, talk to someone. But when I'm recording, I'm stuck staring at this thing. And it really, geez. I don't get much done in these episodes, do I? It's like a real space program where most of the time is spent around waiting. You build the thing, you send it out, you wait months and months, and then finally something happens. And if you're unlucky, it blows up. Luckily, we don't have that issue, thanks to our magical time and space bending powers. It'd be nice if it said how many orbits were left until you got there. That'd be a nice little UI feature, maybe when you hover over it. I would like that. Let's go, go, go. I definitely need to, next time, raise my orbit, like, a little bit higher than 80, if I'm going to end up waiting. I honestly didn't even think that. I forgot that whenever you do a polar orbit, you kind of have to worry more about your position than a horizontal orbit, an equatorial orbit. It's unfortunate, but it gives me time to talk. And that's something else I want to work on. I want to work on my ability to fill the gaps in my series better. 'Cause I'm not very good at that, I think. When I don't have something in the game to talk about, or an update or something. But I think I'm liking these missions, these more just because I want to missions than, you know, we need to go here for this science to unlock this thing. I mean, that's good and all, but we've unlocked most of the things now, and we don't have much of an infrastructure. It's not a very realistic space program. I mean, we have the Space Station Alpha, which is cool, and I do need to get back on that at some point. It's just, you know, docking is not my thing right now. I'm better at it than I was, but still. Anyway, I should probably F5 right now. It would have sucked so much if I'd accidentally gone past that. I would have probably just... I don't know what I would have done. Rage quit. Cancel the series forever. Okay, 1 minute out. Okay. Let's get into this view for now. Oh, that was some lag, wasn't it? Well, what are you doing, guy? I was pressing the wrong keys, that's what he was doing. Getting into position. Perfect. I think we will do this burn from this view. Why not? Doesn't really make a difference to me. This thing does have lights, I think. Lights? No? It did have lights. Oh, it does have lights. They're just not lighting anything. They kind of worked earlier. Anyway, let's burn. Full power! And once we get there, we slow it down. Get our position more accurate. Slow down some more. It's moving now. 1.3. Surely that's fine, right? As long as we have an encounter, and we do. Perfect. We are on course. Let's get up there. And here we go. This thing's defined as a rover for some reason. No idea why it does that. This thing was never a rover. Oh, it's because it has a chair on it. That chair I put on just to be funny. It makes it define it as a rover. That is so cool. I didn't know that's how they detected rovers. Because actually, I'd never put a chair on a rover before. All my rovers had been fully robotic. Okay, that's not quite what I wanted. But actually, I kind of like this orbit. I mean, we should have the fuel to fix it, though. We should. Let's actually see about that. This is still better than if we had come in... Oh wait, that's not what I wanted to click. If we had come in going... What? What's going on here? If we had come in fully sideways, this would not have been good. But what is going on here? Oh, that's the speed up one. I saw the line through it and I thought it was... I'm not colorblind. I don't know why I did that. Okay. Okay, this is what we want. Yeah, that's making things go crazy. It's fine. We can do it. There's really only so much you can do in a single maneuver node, though. That gets us on the right trajectory. 725, holy cow. Oh well, we're going to try it. I'll F5 now. If things go wrong, we'll just be in this lopsided orbit. Not a huge deal. Like I said, this mission is more for just because we can. We might get some science out of it. I'm going to bring this thing into a very low orbit. Like, really low. Not super low. Not like... I don't want to have to worry about them updating Moon's mountains or something and then crashing into it. But definitely lower than I might orbit something like a space station. Space station, I'd probably put it like, what, 50,000? I have no idea. We'll find out at some point, because whether it's in this save or in a future one, I will be putting a space station around Moon. I want to have space stations everywhere. Anyway, we have an 11-second burn. That's not a huge deal. The main thing is, I think that at some point... Let's see, actually. Yeah, these are going to run out of fuel at some point. Preferably... I might keep them, though. Because preferably I want to crash them into Moon and not have to worry about space junk floating off into solar orbit or something. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. That's good enough. We won't do a full burn. Just a half burn. Look at that orbit go. It's perfect. Yeah, this is using up a lot of fuel. I'm surprised we haven't run out yet. Oh, there we ran out. But I am going to try. This might be a bit foolish. But I'm going to try to hold on to those until we can get them into at least orbit around Moon. Oh wow, look at that. It's taking us a while to get things into position. There we go. Next up, we need to slow down into an orbit. Where, oh where is the thing? It'd be on the other side. Let's turn off SAS. We want to hold on to this monopropellant because we might be using it to tweak our orbit. I'm not sure I have the fuel to bring us down into a suborbital trajectory and then back up. But we'll try. We will certainly try. We're just using our momentum to rotate around. It's a very RCS efficient maneuver. Turn it back on. SAS will slow us down into our point. Almost on the dot. Nice. Of course, let's get that right there. Gotcha. Okay, slow us down now. Get into orbit, dude. Oh wow, look at that fuel burn up. Still, we are in orbit. We are bringing that orbit down. We have circularized that orbit. I think we'll F5 right now because this is a total success. And then we will keep bringing it down. Come on. We want to see it collide. No risk of us hitting anything, right? That would suck if we somehow managed to land these fuel things right on there. But anyway. So long, and thanks for all the fish, right? Now we're going to rotate on around because we don't want to impact ourselves. We're just pushing this one out of the way. Don't worry about that. Doesn't seem to be causing us any troubles. It's quite interesting, actually. These two stay in position. These two are like, whoa, we're out of here. All of you will be destroyed soon enough. No worries. Okay, we're going to bonk into this one next. Let's do it slowly. Yeah, we're hitting the other two now. You guys going to float away, or are you going to stay next to me? Because I'd rather not... Okay, yeah, that's good. Let's... There we go. Now then. We want to do this from this view. We pull this up. What should my height be? Like 25? I think that's reasonable. We can always lower it more. I don't think 25 will hit anything. That would be a bit silly, wouldn't it? I'll start at 30. Whoop. Start at 31. We can always use RCS. Look at that efficiency. Doesn't matter, it's going to get messed up anyway. Let's now flip around to the other side of Moon. Meanwhile, those other things are going to be hitting the ground at any point. Now we need to rotate around real quick because we've kind of time warped a bit far. This is easy as pie. And look at all that fuel we have. I don't think we have to worry. We'd probably just leave this whole thing in orbit if we wanted to. But I don't want to. It doesn't help the FPS any to have a whole bunch of stuff. Wait. Right. Dang it. I was already facing the correct way because I was speeding up previously. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Well, that sucks. We've lost our super efficiency, but it's fine, it's fine. Come on, get back on the point. And... there we go. Okay, let's bring this down now. Using our insane amount of fuel, we'll have a... oh, look at that. That's not good, really. I don't care. It doesn't need to be perfect. Just so long as it works. Why is that going down so much? Okay. Not quite certain why that happened. Really not. I was slowing down, and for some reason the apoapsis came to my side before it got as low as I was. I would expect that side... I have no idea. I mean, I was barely past it. I screwed something up. Oh well, like I said, doesn't need to be perfect. it takes barely any fuel, honestly. Look at that. Oop, there it is. 22, 30, 31 by 36. Let's bring that back down now. Leave it there. And now let's get over here. Remember that we'll be facing the correct direction. It's a key. Oh, we're not going to be able to time warp. That sucks. Oh well. Why would I ever need to time warp with this, honestly? Let's get into position. We're 31 seconds out. There we go. Now we want to bring that down to be close. Let's just do it now. Why not? Hey! Oh man, I hate it when it does that. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. That's an acceptable jiggle. There we go. That is nice. That is a nice view. We are so close. Okay, next up. Extend panels. We want this thing to have plenty of power. Extend panels complete. Decouple node. We've kept with this bit. Let's actually control this one for a second. So here is a fully functional satellite. All the sciencey bits. An engine. Plenty of battery power. Somehow we used up some gas. This engine must have been activated at some point, right? I have no idea how that happened. We got a docking node, if we ever want to dock it. And let's just do a quick science check. Hey, look at that! Transmit data. We got science. Go, science, go! That is using up a ton of electric charge, way more than I expected. Recharge the science, please. Okay, that's taking a while. Temperature data. Nice. Transmit. Transmit it now. I said transmit. Transmit. Okay, that was weird. Wonder why it didn't transmit. Nice. And this last one is... Oh, duh. For some... Why did I... Yeah, I can't do seismic anyway. I didn't include that. Okay, so that's 2 new sciences. So that was Midlands. We could get one more science from transmitting again. Who cares? In space near the moon. Hey, they say the moon. That is grammatically incorrect. It's like saying the Earth. It just isn't... It isn't grammatically correct in that sentence. You can say the Earth, like, but you wouldn't say I am from the Earth. You would say I am from Earth. It just sounds better. Anyway, what am I doing? I wonder. I am tempted to try something. Let's look here. Oh man, it's on the other side. I should have put science bits on this. I don't think I did, though. No. There's nothing. Still, let's try it. Let's try to land this thing. Goodbye! I'm so glad I didn't hit that. Let's back off a bit because that is a bit loud. Cut out all horizontal motion. All motion in general, actually. We don't have to land perfectly, I just kind of want to land this intact. Then I can either... I could theoretically dock with it. I could just leave it there forever. I believe that stuff sitting on the surface shouldn't really take up any, like, processing power. Stuff in orbit, it has to keep track of its location constantly, but if you're standing still on the surface, you're just a data point. You don't do anything. It doesn't have to worry... All it has to worry about is saying where you are relative to the surface. I think it's probably okay. Let's go ahead and speed up. I don't really care. Let's F5, I guess. We're coming in on a crater. I'm probably going to, next time, slap a temperature thing on this. And that way I could land it on Minmus and get a temperature data, if nothing else. Or seismic data. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Let's hope we can slow down in time. We can. No problem. Look at this huge crater. It is amazing. I have a bad feeling we're going to tip over. Because this is not flat ground, and the SAS will not be able to compensate for anything other than flat ground. I am fairly certain. Regardless, this should land mostly intact. Maybe not completely intact, but we could theoretically drive a rover out here with a claw on it and pick up the fuel. That would be an interesting mission. Who knows? It doesn't really matter. Oh, this ground is very flat. Why couldn't I have landed here? And it's Midlands. Ooh, SAS. SAS. Okay, SAS, calm down. No RCS for you right now. Now... Okay, SAS, please calm down. I think... Oh my god, we did it. I think it's fine. Can I time warp? I can. That stopped the jiggling. Kind of. Well, it should get it figured out eventually, right? So now we have basically, this is like just sitting around. If I ever needed to do something, I could just lift this thing off, put it in orbit. I don't know what I would possibly do with it. But the point is, it's here. Why waste it, you know? We got it in orbit. It's amazing. We got it in orbit. We landed it intact, liftoffable. I love it. Do a quick science check, make sure there's absolutely nothing. Let's see, rename vessel. This is called Munar Fuel Reserve, I guess. Because that's pretty much the only thing I'd ever really use it for. We will define it as... I don't want to say debris, because I think debris will get cleared if I get too many. We'll define it as a ship, I guess. No, that'll get annoying. We'll define it as a lander. There. Okay. Mission success. Double success, actually. Let's go ahead and get back to the basic satellite that it thinks is a rover. And where's this thing's control bit? Right there. Rename vessel. This is the Munar Science satellite. And it is a probe. There we go. And this looks good, I guess. We've already done the science. There might be more science to do, though. Yeah, look at that. That is why we put it on a polar orbit. You get a lot of different biomes. If I really tried, I could get pretty much every single biome from this in this gravioli. It does drain a ton of power, though. So much power. Let's go ahead and get the power back. There we go. What biome am I over now? Midlands. Yeah, it would. Some of the biomes would probably be pretty hard to get, but let's just see what else. If I really wanted to, look at that. Highland craters. Nice. This is a lot of science we're getting, essentially for free. See, you guys thought, and I'd been saying that this mission was mostly for goofing off, but I was secretly hoping we'd be able to do this. It's just too bad that the temperature data doesn't include the biome. Okay, why aren't you Oh, right, we're on the dark side. Duh. You got plenty of power for the dark side, though. And there goes that. And we're back to full power. What's up here, I wonder? Log gravity data. Log gravity data. Midlands. Dang it. Oh well, let's see. Any big craters coming up on this orbit? We really can't see anything from here. I would need a biome map to get all of them. And that's obviously not going to happen in this episode. I think... Let's try again right here, see what this is. Probably nothing. Log gravity data. One science, yeah, Midlands, whatever. I'm going to swing around to the pole again. like the exact pole right around here, I think. I have no idea, I'm just guessing. Yeah, there we go. Just above the poles. That's the last one we'll do for this episode, and then we're going to go back to the KSC. I love this satellite. This is really cool, and it would be amazing. I might do a test of the ion engine with an F5 at some point, just to see how powerful it is, like how much we could do. Because if they ever do add something that I could do with this could pull us down into a lower orbit. Theoretically, we might even be able to land with it. I probably should have included a seismic science bit on here, just in case. The one I sent to Minmus will have that, I have decided. But ultimately, this thing is amazing. It has a light, of course, doesn't really do anything, could be useful for docking. This is just everything you need in a satellite, pretty much. The power generation could be a bit faster, but meh. Anyway, Space Center. We got quite a bit of Munar science today. That moon has been scienced. Okay, research and development. 318 science, that should be just enough. Planes. Now, we are almost done with science, aren't we? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Unless there's another set after one of these, we only got 3 to go. That, of course, that is, you know, over 1,600 science. 1,650, I believe. But, you know, we could get that without ever going beyond Kerbin again, I think. Just, there's so many biomes on Moon and Minmus that we could just spam the crap out of them, but that wouldn't really be fun, would it? We're going to put a satellite in orbit around Minmus, and then we're probably going to upgrade the space station above Kerbin, and then I'm going to probably send something out somewhere. I haven't decided where yet. But until then, this has been KaBob799. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to see more. Like this video if you liked it. Comment if you have anything to say. And I will see you in the next episode.